ticketing system. So, which information you can provide to me?
Well, we have in our database, as you saw earlier, we have our balance. So we can calculate the total number of tickets that we've sold. We've also mentioned that we can see the life cycle of our tickets. With this information, we can see exactly how the customers behave. So we can tend to their behaviors to produce even more revenue from the system.
Will you give me this information 1 week later?
Yeah, we can give you this information on a monthly basis. Give you a report.
I want to see the real information. So, can I check this report 1 week later?
Yeah, yes.
So you have to redesign your program. Are you sure? So I want you add this function to your system.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Like a report system.
Yes.
Okay.
For me to make more money.
Okay. We'll be sure to make you more money. We'll make you rich.
And actually, Taipei team is another group. Taipei staging is made by another team.
Yeah.
So actually, how to integrate the two systems?
This is a very good question. This is actually a big question that all of the professors asked. Basically, how do we combine the different databases together so that we could communicate? When we first started out planning this project, what we wanted to get down was a lot of information consistency. But in order to do this, we need to have the same database design. But during this planning process, some other groups wanted to design their database in a different way. They didn't want to provide the exact date inside their entire database, but we wanted to include that so that people who wanted to search the schedule for maybe next year or the year after would be able to do so conveniently with our database. So that's why our database sent out from a different kind of design. So in order for us to communicate with each other, we may also, like I said before, we need to be able to have the same kind of formatted information inside of our database.
So you can integrate now. Your system cannot integrate now.
With the other groups,
Yes.
it can't integrate right now because we wanted to create a different kind of design.
My last question is, from this project, what did you learn? This question have to be answered by each other, okay? And it's better to answer the question from the non-technical viewpoint. Okay.
So for me, as project manager, I realized that during working on this process, I learned that you need to be able to keep everyone on the same page. Consistency was my biggest concern. To make sure that everyone knew exactly which level we were at and which direction we were headed, so that we could continue on consistently, so that the documentation would be consistent with our program and the other way around, vice versa.
We basically learned that we have to be self-disciplined. And even when you're not motivated, you have to learn to motivate yourself. You can't depend on others to motivate you. And even if you're stuck, you have to find ways of looking for the information instead of depending on others to look for the solution for you. I also learned how to be respectful of each other's opinions, because we're all from different cultures and it's important that we understand each other. And I also learned that you have to be committed when it comes to difficult projects such as this one.
From the project, I think I need to improve myself very much because I'm a freshman. I'm not very confident in my Java or something. But in the project, I go to the craft school to learn the Java more. So yeah, I think the Java program is very much important.
For me, I learned about planning a system and work with other members, and we discuss and solve problem, and everyone try to do the system, work the system together and improve themselves. Yes, I think I learned.
And for me, I think the thing I learned is the time management, because I have a part-time job and I still need to go to, I still have class and other people also, so it's hard to meet together. It's very hard to meet together, so I learned how to manage the time.
Besides programming, I think I learned as same as Narsil, time control. We have to be prepared, prepare more, and to avoid for the last minute problems. So I think we need to control the time more properly. Yes.
Well, what I've learned is in a real project and in a real life, things that we learn in school, we don't learn it outside, so we have to be creative.
Any more questions?
So, any questions from students? No.
No questions. Any questions?
Any questions?
Freshmen, sophomores, juniors? Questions?
So
Okay.
we can end the presentation.
Okay.
So don't forget your hand.
Thank you.
Stop.
This here? Here?
You should have a red one.